Does anyone else have a bad habit that they believe could end up reflecting poorly on their grades? Well, I noticed that anytime I'm assigned a project or given a task or an assignment, I just tend to push it off to the side and prioritize my enjoyment over that assignment. This is obviously a problem with me and many other people around me. So procrastination is the worst habit that a college student could have. And it is very common in people who have a lot to do, like extracurricular activities or a job. So today I'll be informing you of procrastination, how it can affect you, and ways to overcome it. So what is procrastination? Procrastination is actually not only a time management problem, but is also an emotional regulation problem, a motivational problem, and a time management problem. This means doing pleasurable things in place of less pleasurable things, like playing games or doing the homework. So up to 50% of college students say that they procrastinate consistently and problematically, while up to 90% of college students have said that procrastination has an effect on them. This was from an article, Overcome Procrastination, in 2016. So some things that lead to procrastination, so lack of motivation, lack of interest, difficulty of the task, not knowing what to do in the task, and like technology distractions like TikTok or just anything on your phone, really. There are more ways that it can affect you than you originally thought. It puts the present self against the future self. So this is your present self who's going out and having fun and playing games or going out with the family or having a party, just stuff like that. And it puts it against the future self who now has to deal with all of this and doesn't have the time to go out and complete these projects. They're just stuck doing the work and the task that they were given 3 days prior. So procrastination can put a lot of stress on you. So this can be, you're given 3 assignments due over the past 3 days, and you don't do those 3 assignments those 3 days. Instead, you just go out and party or hop on the game. Now that those 3 are due in this same day, let's say, you now have to spend this one day finishing all 3 of those assignments. So procrastination also affects your relationships. So while you're out having fun, whatever, all these assignments are stacking up, you're having fun with everybody, good relationship. Now all of a sudden you can't hang out with them because you're stuck doing this work for 2-3 days that you should have just done the day that you were assigned it. This gets rid of your happiness. It can even lower your self-esteem and how you think of yourself. If you procrastinate though, it's not over for you. There's some fixes for procrastination. So there's self-regulation techniques, like goal setting, time blocking, and some other things. But one of these time blocking methods was called the Pomodoro technique. This is where you set aside 25 minutes to work on something, and then another 5 minutes to take a break. and then you start working on that assignment again for another 25 minutes, and then take another 5 break, and then just repeat that. It keeps your mind on the assignment, and while not building up stress just because you're only doing that assignment. Another fix for it is stimulus control. So obviously whenever you're assigned something and you're not in a good mood to do it, you're not going to do it. So just try to put yourself in a working mood, like a good mood to work on an assignment that you're given, and it'll most likely get finished before you know it. And reward yourself, because if you're just working on these assignments and you're like not doing anything after that, or like it's just work after work after work after work and just nothing gained, you're just going to feel like you're working for nothing. So after you finish something and you reward yourself, you realize you're not just working for nothing, you're working for that time that you get that you didn't procrastinate. So in conclusion, procrastination is not just a time management problem or laziness, but it is a complex psychological habit. Now you know about the worst habit now you know about what I think is the worst habit among college students. And by taking small steps today, you don't have to take bigger steps later on. Huge.